Hello everybody and welcome to an episode of United Talks podcast, and today we're going to be doing a match review for the game between Manchester United and West Ham. It's been a couple of hours since the game and I just took some time to reflect on the game and reflect on how Manchester United performed on the day, and to try to bring you, more like a review that is emotional but yet still kind of balanced and all of that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. Hit that like button and let this video be found and all of that. So yeah, basically, Manchester United lost 2-0 to West Ham, and basically it was not a game that we loved. Basically, when it came to like the eye test, when you're watching the game and trying to put things through and put things together and all of that. So, but the truth is, number one, it kind of felt like squad rotation was necessary, but then there was a fallout from it because obviously it was a strong squad, yet not a strong squad, starting with basically a Binder in net, obviously, and a back three of Yoro, centre back, Nusra Mazraoui, and Luke Shaw at the other side, or either side of Yoro, and then basically the midfield two sixes of Bruno as well as basically I think we had Manuel Ugarte in that lineup as well, and then after which we now had I think Amas on the left side and Ahmad on the right side of the defense as wing backs, and then at the end of the day we ended up in two turns of Kobe Menu and Mason Mount, and then striker was basically Rasmus Højlund. Now, the game went okay. At first, it felt like we had control and everything until we slipped up and then didn't cover Wan-Bissaka, who created a chance for Kudus, who now squared the play for Souček to flick. And obviously, it was a mismatch because Amas was marking Souček, so obviously Souček was going to have his field day against Amas. So yeah, it was sad to watch, it was sad to see, but Man United didn't show up on the day when we were supposed to, or when it was expected for us to show up. And then Wan-Bissaka obviously haunted us. And then obviously there were some positives in the game, and we will give you those positives when we talk about the 5 things we learned. But of course, ended the first half, pretty much same, not conceding and also not scoring. Created a couple of chances, but it was not like clear-cut chances. And then basically we now decided to come on second half and come on with the same energy until the team's energy went down when I saw Leny Yoro kind of limping a little bit after he made a couple passes back. I think at that time Bruno and Leny Yoro had been together in D, kind of like when Bruno defended I think a set piece or something, and then passed the ball to Leny Yoro, and Leny Yoro passed the ball back to Binder. And the person was looking at that, I saw Yoro kind of walk a setting where I'm like, nah man, he's injured. So basically after about 2 minutes or thereabout, Yoro went down injured and they had to make that sub, right? So Leny Yoro came off, and yeah, that was how basically Man United just, in the 52nd minute, Man United just kind of didn't pull punches per se until Jarrod Bowen scored the goal as a result of a mistake from Manuel Ugarte. And then obviously Manuel Ugarte was past the ball and he was trying to guard Wan-Bissaka, and then he had a bad touch on his right foot, and then they pounced. And then the ball got to Kudus, who drove at the defense and tried to break to shoot, and ended up it deflected and fell to Wan-Bissaka, who just used his left foot to weirdly square the ball to Jarrod Bowen, who was just kind of open on the far post, and he just tapped it in, and it was 2-0. And then we just couldn't come back. We were playing, controlling everything, just trying to take our chances and all of that, but we just couldn't come back. So we basically just had to try to control the game and stuff. Now it made us drop from 15th to 16th, and West Ham climbed over us. And then we're still stuck at 39 points after like playing 4 games and all of that. So, and obviously, if you look at our record with regards to the Premier League, we haven't won in 6 or 7 games, and our only wins in all competition came against Bilbao and at Bilbao. So home and away leg. The rest, we drew against Brentford, lost to Wolves, and we lost to Brentford, drew against Bournemouth, and lost to Wolves, amongst other things. Meanwhile, West Ham had no win heading into this game. In the last 5, they had 3 draws and 2 losses, and then they came to United and did a double. One us in the first leg, and then obviously one us in the second leg. Well, if we're going to go to a couple of game stats, like we're going to like the stats for the game and all of that, basically, Man United finished the game with a 52% ball possession to West Ham's 48, with 2.23 goals, expected goals to West Ham's 1.76, which meant that we had so many chances we didn't convert. Now, with regards to total shots, we had 20 shots, 5 on target. So, and then big chances, we both had 4 big chances. They missed 2 of their big chances. We missed all 4 of our big chances. So even if we scored all 4 or scored at least 2, we'll be 2-2 or probably 3-2 if we scored at least 3 of our big chances missed and all of that. And then for accurate passes, we had 90%, which is 455 to theirs 86%, amongst other things. Of our shots on target, we had 5 shots on target and then 11 shots off target, and eventually 4 block shots. And the block shots came from, I think we had one from Dogu, we had one from Rasmus, and then we had one from Garnacho, and then one from Menu. Yeah, I think either Garnacho or Menu or Bruno. I think Bruno had 1 block shot as well. But we'll see that in the player ratings, amongst other things. So that's pretty much what it is. When we come to another thing with regards to the injury scare with Leny Yoro, Rúben Amorim came out to say that basically Yoro had the same problems he had last, I think, beginning of the season, same problem. So I think it's the metatarsal thing, but reports say it's a muscular injury, but I think it's a metatarsal thing. But he's going to work on it to get ready for the final. And obviously, I saw that Rúben Amorim had to take Luke Shaw off because he didn't want to risk Luke Shaw getting an injury and all of that. So which means that there's a chance that we'll have a combination of Mazraoui, Shaw, and Maguire in defense ahead of the final, or maybe even against Chelsea, or we'll probably have I think Lindelof in center, then Mazraoui and Luke Shaw. Surprisingly, Mazraoui played the whole 90 minutes. Luke Shaw was subbed off. So I don't know, can Johnny Evans come back, or can Aiden Heaven come back? I mean, can even De Ligt come back? Because De Ligt is working his way back, even though he just came back and had an issue. So it is what it is. It's so sad to watch. Especially looking at our XG, we should have, if we were to go by our XG, we should have been at least 3 goals up. It would have ended 3-2 or 3-1 compared to their XG. So, but whatever it is, we have to just keep moving. It's so sad to see that Man United lose again. So we will go straight to player ratings. We're going to make this quick. First, we're going to start in net. Altebrander came in for a first start, and basically for a first start in a while, I think. And basically, he finished the 7.5 performance, had 2 saves in the game, but also considered 2 goals. And those 2 goals, obviously, he probably could have done something about the second goal, but the first goal couldn't have done anything about that first goal. Then in defense, Leny Yoro played only 52 minutes and he finished with a 6.5 performance. Was doing okay controlling things and all of that, but couldn't have done much as well. And I think Leny Yoro isn't still completely used to playing as a centre back, but he's played well there in this Amorim system especially. And obviously at the time when we considered that goal, I think him and Mazraoui went for the same tackle when he could have just stayed where he was and all of that. But it is what it is. That is done. And then we move to Mazraoui. Mazraoui gets a 7.0 performance from me. Did well overall, played the full 90 minutes, wasn't subbed off, was pretty steady and all of that. And then the next one is Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw gets a 6.0 performance. It was okay, nothing much. He was subbed off at the 52nd minute as well when Yoro was taking off and all of that. And then the next one is Harry Amas. Harry Amas had a 6.5 performance, albeit it's not his fault that somebody flicked the ball through his legs, and I could even count that as an own goal, but it is what it is. 6.5 performance for Harry Amas. And then the next one we have is Ahmad. Ahmad gets a 7.0 performance. Could have done better, could have done more, to try to ensure that we scored or created more chances. He was our outlet. He created the most chances in the match. Five chances, and he had one shot. So could have done better. Was our outlet, and was involved in a lot of things. And then we have Manuel Ugarte. I think he's had another poor game, and it seems like the speed of the Premier League is catching up to him. But I'm not going to put a lot of blame on him, because this is only his first season for Man United. He played 59 minutes and was subbed off, and he made the mistake that led to the second goal, amongst other things. And then the next one is Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes finished the game with 7.5 performance rating from me, played the full 90 minutes. He completed the most passes, 72 in the match, and he also created 4 chances and created one big chance. So Bruno was pretty much the man of the match for this team and the key player for this team as well. I mean, makes the team tick. And then the next one is Kobbie Mainoo. Another poor game from Kobbie. He seems to be struggling to fit into Amorim's system. I've seen this from some posts online and analyzing and assessing Kobbie Mainoo and all of that, but he seems to be struggling in Amorim's system. He's played in the 10. He's played as a false 9. He's also played in the 6, and it seems to be a foot behind in pace when it comes to catching up with the demands of Amorim's system. So Kobbie Mainoo gets a 6.0 performance from me. Another person that we will review is Mason Mount. He's coming back into the groove and all of that. Played 59 minutes, was taken off as well ahead of the final and all of that. Hopefully the injured players will be ready for the final as well. Mason Mount gets a 6.5 performance from me. Did okay. Could easily get a 7.0, but did okay and all of that, and was subbed off in the 59th minute. And then the next person is Rasmus Højlund. Missed too many chances. I think he created no chance. Right, he had 6 shots in total, played the full 90 minutes, and of the 6 shots, I think he only had 2 on target, amongst other things. He missed 2 big chances, and those are the 2 big chances that have clawed us back into the game. One with the keeper, and the other one was a close range shot that he missed as well. So this team seems to be breaking Amorim. That's what I think. And then if we go through to the subs, Maguire put in a good performance, 7.0, did well in defense, came in the 52nd minute. Lindelof put in a good performance as well, 6.5, was okay, was trying to do things and all that. I wish he could get a good run in the team as well, seeing as we have injured players, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be played in the game against Chelsea. And I think Amorim likes Lindelof to play in that final as well. So let's see how that goes. Patrick Dogu as well, struggling as always, but he put in a good performance, a 7.0 performance. Came in the 59th minute, was involved in a lot of things with passage of play and tackling and dealing with Wan-Bissaka, who was a threat on the left-hand side of the field. And then Garnacho came in the 59th minute as well. He was trying to be our outlet, and it was as if we had Garnacho and Ahmad at the same time. And Garnacho put in a 6.0 performance. Could have done more, but I think he's also very tired as well. And he needs to also make better decisions moving forward when it comes to creating chances and actually finishing chances. And then Christian Eriksen came in the 83rd minute, and obviously nothing much to report, so I'll just probably give him a 6.5 performance. It was okay. Had 8 of 9 accurate passes, 89%. And then he also created one chance as well, amongst other things. And then if we're going to go for overall team performance, I'll say 6.5. They performed really bad. Amorim said that they lacked energy. Amorim said that they lacked, we lacked cutting edge basically to just finish the game and all of that. And then if we're going to go by Amorim's, by the whole rating, if we're going to rate Amorim, we'll say 6.5 as well. It's not his fault, but we're just going to give the rating because we need to give a rating for Rúben Amorim, amongst other things. for the whole team, I think the keeper was Ariola was the man of the match because he saved them, and also Atabander saved us also because the scoreline would have been worse if we were conceding any big chance and if we were conceding goals with any big chance that were created by West Ham. So, considering how other games went, like Tottenham lost as well, Chelsea lost, so it felt like okay, I could cope with that, with the loss, but then we need the points. We definitely need the points. If we had, like in our last couple of games, let's say for example, let's look at our last couple of games. If we had won our game against Bournemouth, that's an extra 3 points, but that was 2 points dropped. If we had won against Wolves or even drew that game, that's another 1 point. If we had not conceded and won against Brentford, if we had not lost 4-3 to Brentford, then that would have also been, by now would have been reaching around 50 points, right? 3 points each game. Let's say 3 points each game in the last 3 Premier League games we've played. That's 9. So if you add that to our 30, at the time before we played Bournemouth, if we had added that 9 points, we'll be going towards around 47 points. And then if you now add yesterday's loss to West Ham, we'll probably be at 50 points. But we've lost all points and we gained only 1 point in a possible 12 points, right? 4 games, right? So in a possible 12 points, we have only 1 point. So really bad. Lost 3 games in 4. Really, really bad. And our only wins coming against Bilbao, as I said earlier. So yeah, we haven't won in the last 6 games in the Premier League. That is poor. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings about that. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about everything. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. This is really a sad game. Heart's broken. And even when I watched it again, it was really bad to watch. But is what it is. So let me know your thoughts and feelings. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit in the comment section what you thought about the game. Maybe you could just do 3 words. What you thought about the game. For me, I'll just use 1 word: shambles. Basically, pretty much, we're shambolic today. And then obviously the next video you're going to see is the 5 things we learned. So let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section as we build towards that game. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye and God bless.